All right, YouTube was now with y'all boys. It's your boy Wazell, you hear me? I'm back with another one. In this video we got this is the reason Crawford beats Canelo. Bomac breaks it down. Give me a second, hold up. This non-edited. I'm not editing none of this shit. Alright, it said Bomac breaks it down. This is the reasons he think Crawford gonna beat Canelo. I also think Crawford beats Canelo. Physical reasons, IQ reasons, ring generalship reasons. But a monster, bro.
It's Boxing Nation. What's going on, guys? So according to Terrence Crawford's trainer, Bomac, the only fight that Terrence Crawford really wants right now, the only fight that he's really waiting for is the Canelo Alvarez fight. Instead of just saying that Terrence Crawford would beat Canelo Alvarez, Bomac, he went into a really good analytical breakdown of how Terrence Crawford would beat Canelo Alvarez.
How does Terrence match up with Canelo?
Bud beat his ass.
How though? How does that look?
Outboxed his ass. Just outboxing.
What about the weight though?
It don't matter. Bud been fighting big people all life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the head movement, Bomac?
What?
Canelo's famed head movement.
That's what I'm there for. That's what Saul there for. That's what Red there for. You know what I'm saying? It's called coaches.
Yeah.
So we can get past it.
The power.
Or by no power.
Yeah.
We're not to roll with punches. We're not to take power. You can take your power away from. How you take a power puncher? Take the power away from a puncher.
Let us know.
What?
No, I ain't gonna tell you. You should know.
Slide off,
Gotta
you know, take
move.
something off the shot.
That's one of them.
Pick
Be
punches
first,
off.
put jab.
Shit. Timing. Timing.
How dominant do you feel he would look in that fight with Canelo?
Oh, it'd be Errol Spence and Crawford
All
too.
over again. Yeah.
What did you think when Canelo said he just didn't think there was nothing in it for him? Though?
I respect that. I respect that. You know what I'm saying? Because you get beat by the smaller man, now you look like an asshole.
What do you think would be in it though? For is it like some Mayweather atonement? You couldn't beat the last guy, kind of another one.
I mean, it looked the same. It looked the same. I think it looked the same. We all know it. The real hard boxing fans know that Bud can beat Canelo. You know what I'm saying? He might be a bigger, but he don't got the height. He don't got the reach. He don't got the. I mean, he got a good boxing.
That's what I meant by physical advantages. Canelo, his only physical advantage over Bud is mass. He not longer, he not taller, he not quicker, he not faster. I don't even think he hit harder pound for pound. Canelo don't have a lot of one shot, one fight in this. Bud ended a lot of people night with one punch. Bud's accuracy on his punches combined with his power. Canelo has a lot of power, but he don't combine it with his accuracy. So, and Bud don't get tired. The longer the fight go, the better Bud gets. The worse Canelo gets. So, Bud is a bad matchup for Canelo, especially at a catch weight. Now, Bud go all the way up to 168. Of course, he'll be at a disadvantage. But since Bud got some power to his name too, they can meet at like 154, 160. 160 would be a perfect weight for them boys to get it on that. Canelo could come down 8 pounds. Bud could go up like what? 13 pounds. That's like even. So at a catch weight, I got Bud beating Canelo, bro. And come on, man.
IQ, but he don't have that crazy IQ that Terrence has.
So not only are a lot of pro boxers already picking the much smaller Crawford to beat the much bigger Canelo Alvarez, but after you listen to the way Bomac is talking, even more people are going to be confident that the underdog is going to beat Goliath. You know, it's crazy when you really think about the levels in boxing. I mean, how often do you see a fighter that's willing to move up 3 weight classes to fight one of the best fighters in the world? But not just how often do we see it, but how often do we see boxing professional fighters, experts, actually picking the smaller guy to win the fight? Almost never. When Mikey Garcia wanted to jump up 2 weight classes to fight against Errol Spence, no one gave him a chance. When Juan Manuel Marquez, when he jumped up multiple weight classes to fight Floyd Mayweather, nobody gave him a chance. The fact that so many professional boxers are picking a smaller guy to beat Canelo Alvarez, it implies that they all know that Terence Crawford is on a whole different level. And it also indicates how flawed of a fighter Canelo Alvarez is. Because just think about this for a second. How many fighters would be willing to move up 3 weight classes to fight against Terence Crawford? And if someone did move up 3 weight classes to fight Terence Crawford, how many of them would be considered the favorite to beat Crawford? And not just the favorite, how many people would be picking the smaller guy to beat Crawford? The answer would be 0. How many fighters would be willing to move up 3 weight classes to fight Gervonta Tank Davis? Not even Naoya Inoue is willing to do it. How many fighters will move up 3 weight classes to fight Devin Haney? Hell, some of these boxing fans, they don't even want to see Gervonta move up 1 weight class to fight Devin Haney. But I can guarantee you, if he had to move up 1 weight class to fight Canelo, they would be all for it. And not only that, but Gervonta would be favored to beat Canelo under those circumstances. But yet Crawford is willing to move up 3 weight classes, and many people believe that he will win. Let's be honest, guys. I'm going to name a whole bunch of fighters in the sport today. Let's say all of these guys were naturally in the same weight class. They were naturally the same weight. Terence Crawford, David Benavidez, Devin Haney, Gervonta Tank Davis, Shakur Stevenson, Boots Ennis, Naoya Inoue, Dimitri Bivol, Arthur Beterbiev, and Canelo Alvarez. Oh, and let's throw Lomachenko in there as well. Guys, without a doubt, all of those fighters I just named right now would be favored to beat Canelo Alvarez. Without a doubt, he would be considered the weakest link on that list. His best chance of winning would be against David Benavidez, and I don't even believe he can beat David Benavidez. Which is why out of all of those fighters that I just named right now, he's the only one with 2 losses on his record and hasn't avenged any of the losses. And this is the reason why he does not want to fight Terence Crawford. He says that it's a lose-lose situation. And it's crazy because you got to think about this. When Canelo says that's a lose-lose situation, he's saying he could possibly lose to him. Now, of course, he's saying if I beat him, I won't get the credit for it because he was so small. But on the flip side, he's also saying if I lose to him, it would be the most embarrassing loss of my entire career.
Nobody here thinks it's a lose-lose. It wouldn't be a lose-lose if you beat Bud because Bud was begging for it. Everybody gonna give you your props for taking a fight. See, this the mind games people try to play, bro. Like, same thing with David. He just made up a whole bunch of shit that wasn't even true. He don't fight Mexicans. Your next fight coming up against a Mexican. He hasn't done that in the sport. He didn't win a championship belt 2 times. Come on, man. And he beat the guys that, well, he beat one guy Canelo was scared to fight, and he beat Caleb Plant. So they have a common foe. So, but what has Jaime Munguia done in the sport? Talking about what David done. What has Jaime done? You know, it's a lot of his opponents that haven't done shit in the sport that he fighting. But he talking about what is David. David got to have David got to take pay cuts after pay cuts just to have an opportunity. And you still not going to take it because you're that scared of that man, bro. So all these excuses, fuck the excuses, fight him. If you're not going to fight him, stop making up shit. Just say I'm scared. Stop making up shit to feel better about it. You scared. It's that simple.
Career. And even though Canelo Alvarez is not athletic and as gifted as fighters like Terence Crawford, Canelo is a student of the sweet science. He studies, he pays attention to everything that's going on, so he knows how special of a fighter Terence Crawford is. And I'm not saying that Canelo doesn't have a chance of beating Crawford because with that type of size advantage, he definitely has a chance of beating Crawford. But what I'm saying is when Canelo looks at Terence Crawford, he gets Mayweather vibes. And we know what Mayweather did to a much bigger, younger Canelo Alvarez, and that was an old-ass Floyd Mayweather. So at the end of the day, even though Canelo says that he doesn't want to fight Terence Crawford, when push comes to shove, he might end up having to fight Crawford if he continues to avoid David Benavidez and David Morrell. For those of you guys who don't know, David Morrell, another PBC fighter, undefeated champion, he is the WBA regular champion, which is pretty much Canelo Alvarez is mandatory. So if Canelo Alvarez is going to stay with PBC after this Jaime Munguia fight, these are pretty much the only options that he has. David Morrell, David Benavidez, or Terence Crawford. Let's see what he decides to do this year. And one last question. I want to ask my Mexican viewers, who do you guys want to see Canelo Alvarez fight this year? Put it down in the comment section because I always see you guys deflecting and talking about everything else when I make a Canelo video, but you guys never say who you want to see Canelo Alvarez fight this year. All the other fans are, just not you guys. So put it in the comment section. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.
Yeah. Even if my favorite fighters was to fight some bullshit, I'll be one of the first ones to acknowledge it. Like, bro, you ducking. Like, bro, go get it on with that dude. Like, bro, fight that dude. When push come to shove, I'm gonna pull out another situation that's similar to this. We got the Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson situation, where Shakur is complaining about the contract Devin sent him because he sent him 25%. But he had a chance, the opportunity to become the man and beat the man like Devin Haney had to do. Shakur doesn't understand. He's giving Shakur a better opportunity than he had. Devin Haney had to fight in Australia and take a 22%, which is lower than what he offered Shakur. And he had to do that twice. Even when he was undisputed, he had to do it again. An undisputed fighter had to take a 22%, but Shakur is crying about 25%. So given the opportunity, when Canelo offered David like a 90-10 split, David said, I'm with it. Some shit like that. It was along the lines of that. Within that 90-10 split, some shit like that. That's what he offered David, and David took it. But Canelo is scared of that, man. And if you can't see this, then you just deny reality. And I don't argue with people who deny reality because you arguing to win. I'm arguing to prove my point. And it's that simple. Like, comment, subscribe, and share this to somebody who need to hear it. Went over to 2K. Share this to my haters too. Hate on my shit. Share this to one of your best friends who hate me. Yeah, I love all my haters. Till next time, yo.